This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Collide. They'll get it on with Mankind and Farouk. But up next, Shawn Michaels, the WWF champion, is the hitman far behind.
This is going to be good. We might get a little good audio stuff here. So the new Blackjacks, this is the hope to really start Bradshaw's career and save Wyndham's. Is that the goal here with that group, JR?
Yeah, we needed to do something with those guys that makes some sense. We had Jack Lanz at all the TVs and on most of the house shows. He was our lead agent. So you're looking for lightning in a bottle. We didn't have a guarantee that all was going to be right with the world when JBL and Barry got together. I will tell you, I was very optimistic about that duo. And I was intrigued by what they might become. You just try to find guys, get them on the field in the position that they can best play. And that's kind of what we were doing there, without question.
Well, here we go. This is what Dave Meltzer calls the best part of the show. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
It's Shawn Michaels with his stripper vest outfit coming down with that winged eagle, which, by the way, plug for Title Chase on adfreeshows.com. Conrad knocked it out of the park, JR. I know you're not a belt nerd or a belt mark, but he did an exclusive event called Title Chase, a documentary, if you will. It's WWE Network worthy, man. I'm telling you. And it was all about the history of that belt that is around Shawn Michaels' waist. I can't recommend it enough. He goes through just not the belt, but who held it, the different iterations of the title. It's definitely worth becoming a member to listen.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go to some of this because this is again, like I said, this is a big part of the show here.
We got a big we got a great staff that's able to help Conrad put stuff like that together.
Chris McDonald and oh my goodness, the video production, first class.
Well, I always liked Michael McDonald.
He's good too, good singer. You know. Let's now. Mind you, this is just a few days away of him losing his smile. Here we go.
I got bumped from the key interview.
Okay, yes, you did. This is Vince time.
Damn it, hell.
As far as Bret Hart is concerned.
Shawn Michaels, here in this partisan crowd of Toronto, Bret Hart country, and we'll get to Bret in a moment. I'd like for you, if you would, to respond to the comments made earlier by the former WWF champion, the man whom you defeated in San Antonio, Psycho Sid. Sid made reference to the fact that, in essence, he was saying this championship brings out the evil in everyone, and I wonder if you would address that.
Well, you know, had you asked me 6, 8 months, a year ago, I'd have told you that this belt represents everything that is good in the World Wrestling Federation. Now, things are a little bit different. I find that what Sid says, even though he's a little bit wacky and a few cards short of a full deck, I find Sid to be exactly right. The fact of the matter is, this belt has brought out the worst in some of the World Wrestling Federation superstars, and to be perfectly honest, I am one of them. But, hold on there, Vin, man, I'm not through yet. You know better than put a live mic in front of me. The fact is, I've said it before and I'll say it again, if being bad is what you have to be the World Wrestling Federation champion, then I'll be the worst guy that the WWF has ever seen. Now, to comment on this partisan crowd, turnabout is fair play, I believe. I got my jollies in San Antonio, and all the people of Canada have a chance to share their appreciation for their guy, Bret Hart, and if that's what they want to do, that's quite all right with me. I've won the most popular contest enough times that I don't worry about being popular anymore. I worry about being number one, because that's what this belt and that's what these people have brought out of the Heartbreak Kid.
As far as Bret Hart is concerned, I know you two obviously don't see eye to eye, and Bret has had some pretty harsh things to say about you, and I wonder, even in Canada, would you respond to some of the things he has had to say about you?
Certainly. See, I'm very used to being disliked, because when you've got this and you're honest, people tend to dislike that. Everybody hated Muhammad Ali while he was the world champion.
Hey folks, it's time to take your podcast game to the next level. And you certainly want to get your almighty push. My God, we have to have a push, right? We'll get that over to adfreeshows.com. Now, I'm telling you, if you're a fan of Grilling JR, adfreeshows.com has the entire episode library, and it's got no ads. 0 ads, zilch, none. Ad-free and on video starting at just $9. Did you hear what I said? $9. You spend more than that at Starbucks, for God's sakes. 2 mornings. If that's not all, folks, we've got tons of bonus content, including my after-hours roundtable, where drinking was involved with Eric and Tony. You simply will not find a better value in all of wrestling. Hey, look, don't make me go red ass, because by God, you know I will. Hurry over to adfreeshows.com right now and sign up. And I thank you.
Now, everyone refers to him as the greatest of all time. Bret, you can be the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, if that's what you want to call yourself. One thing you will not call yourself right now is the World Wrestling Federation champion.
Yes?
Uh-oh.
I understand.
Here comes the hitman.
Nonetheless,
This is what the people came to see.
This could be
Everything
the
else
most
is
interesting
just a prelude
and most
to
physical.
this moment.
JR, what's your favorite phrase you say? Business is about to pick up.
Yeah.
Yep, here we go.
Bret,
Muhammad Ali, I don't think so. Dennis Rodman, maybe.
You could feel it in the
No matter
ring.
how much I
They didn't like each
try.
other.
I try to like you, but I find it harder and harder and harder all the time. You know, when I think of all the things I've said about you, I think you capped it best yourself when you called yourself a degenerate. And you may pride yourself on being able to be a complete and
That wasn't a
total
bad house
jackass.
for a spontaneous, thrown together TV shoot.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, we don't have to like it. As far as I'm concerned, you're nothing but a punk.
It's going to be a fight here.
You can stop me anytime you want to.
Okay, then I'll stop you now. I'll be a jackass, I'll be a degenerate, I'll be whatever you want, and I'll also be the
Oh, wait a
heavyweight
minute.
champion of the world.
Here's Austin.
Oh, my God.
Steve Austin attacking Bret Hart, just like Bret attacked Austin earlier tonight. We've got another fight here. They're not going to wait until the final 4, and Shawn Michaels is observing it all. Look at Austin.
They're laying
And
their
Bret
shit
Hart
into
fighting
the-
again.
This is awesome.
Right here comes Psycho Sid. Psycho Sid is coming to
I love it. We got to get out of here.
Bret Hart is fighting on the outside. Are Sid and Shawn good? Folks, we got to take a break, but we'll continue to tape. We'll show you the highlights when we come back. Welcome back.
Don't leave, JR. Don't leave.
Oh, you haven't missed a thing. Psycho Sid and Stone Cold have been escorted back to the locker room. And we're trying to get ready for the Intercontinental title matchup. We can get these two men to leave the ring. And it's obvious tremendous animosity exists between these two magnificent athletes. All because of what's lying at their feet, the WWF title.
You can feel the energy from the crowd, man.
Yes, building and building. Anticipation. Nothing better in pro wrestling than it.
Oh,
Bret Hart stepping on
Anticipation.
WWF title belt.
That's
much to
right.
the delight of this strong
One thing make it
partisan
better,
crowd
party
here in
Sunday,
Toronto.
so.
We may have a brawl right here. They may get it on right here tonight on Royal Rumble Raw. Referees are trying to talk Bret into returning the belt, showing a little sportsmanship here.
middle finger to Shawn Michaels.
No long loss between these two. And the WWF champion and that man Bret Hart, no doubt at some point in time, have to settle their differences. You can tell we're in Toronto. These fans here, they love Bret Hart. Not to say that Shawn Michaels doesn't have his fans here as well.
All right, so there we go, the big music. So I have a few things to cover off with you here, JR, some of which is from The Observer. So I did mention that Meltzer said the best part of the show was the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart confrontation. It was acknowledged that this was in Bret's hometown, obviously. I mean, this is the entire country of Canada is, obvious. So to explain Michaels being booed, yeah, there's Sable. They're showing some highlights there. And then we'd have Shawn. We obviously heard him compare himself to Muhammad Ali. Bret calls Shawn a degenerate, which, by the way, that's tremendous foreshadowing for what we would know to come as Degeneration X. And we had the crazy melee. Melee, there it is, again, at the end of that one. And before the show, by the way, they had that in-ring segment. We'll get to that now, which had all that signing of Tiger Ali Singh with a major push that they wanted to push him in Canada and overseas. And
India was his calling card. That's where the first destination was going to be. To get him over in India, because there was a lot of money in India. TV money, rights money, all those things. A lot of event touring.
And then fast forward to this. Here we are. It's Hunter Hearst Helmsley against Mark Marrow. And apparently Sable was recovering from surgery at this point, which is why Marrow missed shows the weekend prior. You don't happen to remember anything about that, do you, JR? Or potentially?
Surgery?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what part of her anatomy she had issues with. I can guess, but I don't know.
At this point, La Femme Nikita is coming up next, which we're
good.
seeing
I was
here.
wondering about that.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something about Nikita Koloff in drag, but it was not.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.